There's around 100 of you watching this by the end of the video typically, so hello to everyone, whether you show up live or not. Camera's a little fuzzy. I waited as long as I could. The sun's finally starting to rise, but it is a foggy, overcast day, mostly due to the storms. Would you believe it's 87 degrees? Yep, it's that muggy, and it ain't even daybreak yet. Got a small sack of garbage, as I unfortunately had to have my poncho with me today, so don't have my bucket. But we still do what we can, what little bit we can. I think I figured out I don't know what to call it, channel mascot? I think I figured out something outside, because I kept trying to think, well, which one of my animals do I want? And then with little Sam passing away, I just thought, well, I can't really pick, you know? Because now with Sam gone, I want him to be the animal mascot. The little mouse, the feeder mouse we had for 1.5 years. We bought him as a tank mate for Dean, the micro squirrel that's still alive and kicking, doing pretty well. So a little sad that his roommate's gone. We're gonna replace him soon as we can. But I was thinking, you know, the whole overall mission motif. And I was thinking of enduring survivors that aren't exactly human, because I hate having a figurehead attached to my thing, because you never know. John Brown might end up being wildly racist somehow. I mean, I already know that I wouldn't have gotten along with him for his religious views, but I think we would have had the same opinion over plantation owners and, you know, racist white folk. There ain't no use talking to him. There's a very more radical decision you should make with them. But outside of that, I don't like attaching people. So I thought today I did not have the chance, but in the cute stylizings of Cult of the Lamb, I might try to make a stone style golem that's sort of plant based. But wait, I'm gonna make ideally an animatic, but it's going to be basically a little set of wooden armor or plant-based armor. Big tanky thing. And then when the helmet pops off, it's a little opossum inside. I thought that'd be kind of cute. One, because I absolutely adore opossums. They're the only North American marsupial. You should put some respect on their names, being one of the few American primates. But either way, howdy three folks. How y'all doing? Camera's a little shaky. That's because I'm walking with my phone. It's been about 3 miles and about an hour. And yeah, I'm a little tired, but doing all right. Hello, Sakaib Hassan. I don't know what you mean ×2 mellows. I'm curious if you have the balls to actually put down the racist, stupid thing you was going to say without the clever little stylings that were clever in the 1930s and now just make you look like a dipshit little limp dick piece of shit. But go ahead. What's that? Got something to say, 2 mellows? Or is you going to run off? Because, yeah, I drink coffee. Unfortunately, it's a small addiction of mine, though I prefer chicory. I'm from Uvalde, Georgia, and at the moment, I'm drinking an energy drink, but I prefer chicory if I can get it. Then again, my country, by dipshits like you, for that I'm speaking to 2 mellows, but from dipshits like you, decided to make this countryside unlivable by planting random-ass plants that looked pretty, but again, people like you don't often touch grass or go talk to people. So as I said, feel free to come at me, but understand I'll come at you too. And the difference is, I put my name and face on the internet, buddy. What do you do other than hide behind your keyboard? Yeah, boy, that's what I thought. Now, for anyone else who's there and who's not just a little troll, the thing about it is we gotta work together in order to prevent idiots like that one getting the upper hand. And sadly, idiots like that one already have the upper hand. We have a pedophilic president, and, you know, it's not good right now. There aren't a lot of wins, but we take what wins we can get. We pick up the refuse, we endure, we survive. Because and this is something to be noted, they are floundering. Now the entire right wing has to admit either they're idiots who fell for a very obvious a greasy con man, or they support pedophilia. They have one of two roads to take now. Are they idiots or are they pedophile supporters? I guess the history books will decide that one. On the other side of it, I updated my hat. Bejeweled it a little bit more after the gaming stream. Cult of the Lamb is very enjoyable. I highly recommend it if you got the PlayStation Plus. I wouldn't recommend getting any buy-ons yet. It's fun and it's better than some of the others. Hello. Let's check out that wild friend before they're gone. That is a wood spider. It's one of the many ones that the JoJo spider is currently competing with and out-competing for space. They're a teeny bit venomous, but not that bad. They're also known as false widows because they have the same color markings as the black widow, but they're a woody brown grain color rather than the traditional silk black and red. Hello, Tony Perkins. How are you doing today? Have a good evening, Sakib Hassan. I hope your day goes well. Currently, we're heading into work. We'll be working about from now till close, and then hopefully catching a ride home if it rains. We'll see, because currently the person who typically comes through this way to head home, their mama's not been in the best health of late, and I can walk home. They need to go see their mama and all that kind of stuff, you know? But while I'm out here, I also do the little bit of service work I can, collecting the garbage. I take donations. I stream 3 to 4 videos a day. None of them very cohesive, all of them just like tiny bits of news and opinion articles. And biggest thing I can tell you is I'm real. I'm here. And yeah, I live with my friends and my groups. We're trying to make communities where we can. And that's what it's going to take to beat out this problem that the market's currently facing. Because Gen X and the boomers basically have the majority of the house ownership, mostly being boomers. And when they realize they don't have anyone to sell those big, stupid, gaudy houses to, with, tiny houses being all the rage right now, well, they're going to sell, buy what they can, and then dip the fuck out. If we form communities, we can stop them from gouging. But I mean, y'all, housing market already be kind of crazy. I know people that are renting out 1 bedrooms for like $1,000 a month, and that's considered, oh my God, a deal. It's like, that used to be $140 when I was young, and I'm not that old. And the only reason that's happening is because we've let it happen. For years, we've said as they raise the rent little by little, okay. As our neighbors got put out, okay, well, I mean, I'm still here. We got to stop. We got to unite. We got to crowd. The only thing that's a bad answer right now is waiting and seeing what happens, because, yeah, we're kind of in trouble, y'all. But there's a song by Wildfire, and it kind of did get a little bit of a wildfire going in me, and it's called Everybody Knows. If you get the chance, check it out. I don't think it was AI generated, though it looks AI generated. And the whole plot of the song as it starts out is real low, building like a fire, and it's everybody knows that the fight was fixed. The poor stay poor, the rich get rich. That's how it goes. And everybody knows. They kick it into a drum riff, and then from there it starts building with just all the various things that in a, loose leaf sense have been being done to just everybody under capitalism. Having your house robbed from you. I mean, supposedly we are so advanced, yet who's the main group of people locked up in the U.S. right now? I'm curious, does anyone know? Two Mellows is a little bitch, and I'll say that happily online because he's a little coward bitch who doesn't put his actual face out here. You want to talk to me, little bitch, go ahead and actually get online. Put your face out here. Otherwise, I'm going to keep disrespecting you because you don't really exist. You might as well just be an NPC, as your group would call them. An itty bitty whittle guy. But go ahead, whittle guy, come on out. Oh no, the whittle guy left. I guess I'm big and scaly because I'm out here. Name's Travis Croy. Find me on Buy Me a Coffee. Either way, we got to unite. And even when we know the fight isn't winnable, we still got to stand in the way of it. And we got to be willing. I mean, everybody likes to bring up Tank Man. Everybody likes to bring up, I don't know, various historic figures. But the main ones we kind of forget the name of, like Tank Man. Like that first individual that stood up to an overpowered zealot and got decapitated for it. We forget them. Tank Man got ran down by 27 tanks and was unrecognizable. The U.S., I wish I could remember her name right now, but it's been 3 miles and I didn't take notes this time. The U.S. Palestinian reporter, who was not Palestinian herself, she was British-born U.S. immigrant, and she was basically run down by an Israeli tank. They celebrate her death every year with a pancake breakfast. I mean, can you name me another country that has bombed a U.S. naval ship and didn't get nuked for it? Japan, I would be awfully upset with Israel. But again, we just let shit go as societies because what can you or I do about it? We can boycott the company, but I mean, how are you going to boycott something that already exists about everywhere? And that's with the capitalist greed machine. I mean, hell, look at the Epstein nonsense going on right now. How many rich and powerful people are on that list? How many people do you know personally that are on that list? You and I probably don't know anybody on that list. But if we had it and we looked through all the names on it, well, I'm sure we would recognize a whole bunch of them. Because that's what the rich and powerful do. Addiction and asking y'all to feed my addiction by paying for it. AKA most of the gamers that talk to your kids over YouTube and Twitch right now. I mean, how are we going to stop it is the question, because that's kind of the question I'm asking too. The only way I stop it, show unquestioned kindness for kindness' sake. Of course, those being loose concepts. So let's be honest, the Satanic Temple doesn't have a Sam, S.A.M, or they'll name it something else because they're real cute about their naming, but it's basically to make sure that when one of their priests diddles a kid or fucks your wife or your son or daughter, it won't be your kid. Your kid will get a very small amount of money if you make a big enough stink. And if you can be, you know, a big enough bombshell in the community. If you can't, well, then that priest or preacher just moves right on and you're left in rubble. Much like the numerous people on the Epstein client list that didn't have the good pleasure of being diddled by our president. Because again, y'all, it was obvious the entire president wasn't exactly a good guy. Most of his base voted for him just because, well, he says it like it is. Super racist and stupidly. Yeah, if you have ever been a Trump supporter, it's a red flag. But at this point, it's about your last chance to, you know, drop that flag. To get the fuck out while the getting's good. I'm about to trespass and throw away this bag of litter since it is full. And some asshole wanted to drop motor oil on the side of the road. Just saying, if it's food or paper based, I don't give a shit because who the fuck cares? That'll basically just, what's the term? It'll decompose into the earth around us. I'm big on natural shit there. But motor oil, heavy metals, aluminum, plastic, these things will not biodegrade naturally and we must dispose of them properly. I realize a bunch of Americans don't understand that you also need to wash your hands after touching your genitalia. But yes, kids, we need to pick up our litter. If you're drinking and driving, throwing the bottle out of the car does not magically make the drinking stop. It does not throw the alcohol that is in your blood out of your bloodstream. Your dumb ass still smells like a brewery. So do those of us who pick up litter a favor and either stop being embarrassed of your crippling addiction and just get over it and stop, or again, find a handle on it, because drinking and driving I got no pity for. Hard take from me. Sorry for the alcoholics out there. Go find an anonymous meeting. Or like me, break the fucking habit. I'm sorry, I've always wanted to do this cutesy little thing where I line up the Coke cans, the Mountain Dew cans, the Pepsi cans. I wanted to line up the cans and make a little Battlefield bullshit thing and do clippy art from it. And then I quickly realized, oh, well, at least the children aren't the ones being littering assholes. Assuming it isn't the children drinking all the fucking Bud Light and Budweiser. Oh, I'm gonna go against them. They sold beer to a trans woman. Ugh. Yeah, you still drink the shit, don't you, bitches? You just throw it in the fucking ditch. Hey, people are stupid. And I'm sorry to bring that negativity to y'all's door. The thing about it is, you gotta fight the stupidity through doing the acts to pick it up. You can't just do like my coworker Alan does and, well, what have you done, bud? I talked angrily about it on Facebook. Okay, and what else did you do? That was all I did. You're a shining liberator, Alan. Keep up the great work, buddy. No, what you got to do is do something, anything that is visible. I have already gotten 2 to 3 construction workers talking to me that were just, hey, bud, what's up? We met in the middle. They didn't even realize Sam Cedar was a fucking person. And now they're checking that shit out, which is pretty cool. That's part of what you got to do. You got to be brave. You got to be willing to talk to folks. And that's something that a lot of people just don't do no more for whatever reason. I guess because America's full of gun-toting crazy folks that'd rather shoot you than be disproved of. Or be disproven in their dumbass ways. But since we had an NFL shooter kill a CEO, somebody who played played high school football, got brain damage, and then got access to a gun before he got access to psychological care. And yes, that's exactly how I'm going to not let anyone else frame it, because, y'all, we can blame the shooter here, or we can look at the actual problem. Which is the bigger problem here? The crazy person killed a CEO and a security guard, off-duty cop, whatever. Or is the problem that a completely unhinged crazy person easily got a hold of a firearm that is very effective and got access to a building? Because again, the main thing the right's going to talk about is door control. We should have had more security in there. We'd had more guns. If everyone had a gun. Yeah, and what happens when they start shooting and nobody pulls their gun because you're just frozen in place? What happens when that happens? Because Uvalde, every police officer there had a gun. Shit, they had shields and rifles, and they let the shooter finish shooting up the school before they, went in there to stay. It'd be a shame to interrupt somebody. Now, he worked real hard on gathering that ammunition to kill all them babies. It would have been downright rude to interrupt him, I guess, is what the police officers thought. But again, isn't it amazing when it's a young white shooter, the officers are very, very kid gloves, let's be careful with them. Anyone else, however, that man might have a gun, might have a cell phone, might have a knife, might just be scratching his ass. Best shoot him. Like I said, the first thing we got to do is talk about it and not shut the fuck up when somebody tells you to shut the fuck up about it. Second thing is when dipshit racists like Two Mellows pops up. I don't know if y'all could see what he said in chat, but I'm not repeating it. But when racist dipshits like him pop up, shut that shit down real fucking quick. Had to get off the road because the sidewalk ends. And at that point, you're walking in the road or you're walking in the construction site. Like I said, talk to folks. The construction workers here, the CEO might not like me because I don't like him. I think he's a cunt. I think all CEOs are cunts. Hunt more CEOs. It's good for America. Less billionaires, better for every other person that's not a billionaire. Don't do violence, kids. We can both play the goddamn algorithm, can't we, friends? Yeah, these videos don't get much funding, and I'm not normally this fired up, but it's like, I can't get it out of my head. Do y'all not hear the earth itself screaming? The trees, as the temperature raises, 87 degrees in a morning where it should be around 72 to 75, and it's 87. Walking past the pines on the way here before the sun came up, you could literally hear them. You know what that is? Either it's woodpeckers, which I didn't see many of, or it's the sap itself heating up and expanding. Once it expands too much, which I don't think we'll get that today, it can take up to 100 degrees for that. But once it expands too much, it just starts to pop. Sometimes explode, and that's neat as hell. Unless you're, near the fucker that exploded and toppled over. That's what causes some of the widowmakers you see in parks. And why an intelligent president would put more workers in the park to deal with these fires and all that, and not strip more workers out to put more workers at ICE to go after American laborers, because, America will inherently be cowardly and stupid in the way we handle things. We aren't real good at smart and practical. Like I said, y'all, I'm almost to work, sadly. And due to dipshits like Two Mellows or whatever that little boy's name was in chat, I don't really ever show y'all where I work at and when I wear uniforms in and let y'all see my lovely uniform. Understand, I'm a chameleon. This is not a store brand uniform, and it is off-colored very slightly, so you won't be able to find where I work. We gotta move in the darkness for the light, friends. And that's why I tell you, no matter what you choose to do something, whether it be pick up litter, build a food bank, build a garden, do something to help out the overall, the collective. But move in secret, because once people start noticing you, that's when they start coming after you. So far, I'm a moving target, and most people can't figure out what my vices are because I don't let them get the better of me, and I'm very virulently against most other vices. Oh, fun story for I dip out to the bathroom and then leave y'all. The Stitch pendant was a gift from the birds. Like crows, I've been working since, the government says I'm not allowed to have them as pets or befriend them. Those are one of the few animals that I'll let see me put out the food stashes, because I'm hoping wise brother Crow will spread the news. But also, they drop shiny shit for me. So most of the time it's litter, but sometimes it's cool shit like this little pendant from Disney that I sewed to my hat. If it ever becomes jewelry or anything of value, well then that gets donated or sold out and put to the cause. Probably the Red Door Food Bank if I get enough money, something nearby that would help. Either way, y'all, special thanks to Tony Perkins for the kind words and saying hello. Special thanks for Sakab Hassan for showing up and saying hi and asking the fun questions. And again, Two Mellows, you ain't worthy of having Luffy's face on your picture, you coward little pissant. Why don't you come out and put your real face on the internet like a big brave boy? Or sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up, because nobody needs another racist dipshit on the internet. There are plenty of those, and they have more money and power than you. That's why they have girlfriends and you don't. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care, help out with each other, help someone out today. And I'll see you this afternoon if I can't get a ride home. Otherwise, I'll be catching a ride home and we'll be doing more Cult of the Lamb, Minecraft, and probably Saints Row. Hello, Shazang Tamang. I'm sorry you just arrived at the end of the stream, but we will be picking it up later on today. I gotta go to work. Y'all be good, and we'll see you around. Be safe out there, y'all. No matter what, be safe first, because if you are hurt, you can't help anybody else. Be good.